16 hours after the starting gun was fired, the 11 racing teams of Carrera, Habagat, Isang, Linggo sa Santo Domingo were spread out between control points 5 to 8. Unfortunately, first-timers Team Silog Express from Manila gave up on the first night of the race upon arriving at control point 4.
Nagka-pesos ba kami naman next year, sa tabi ng beach, higa kami doon sa seawall. Tapos, umulan. Jacket ako, nanginginig talaga ako. Si Jimmy, buti may kagawad na gisik, pinatulog kami doon. May pinulikan, may nagkasakit, nawala kami, talaga lahat ng balas.
The section between CP7 to 11 were spread out over 2 islands of the main island of Luzon. CP7 and 8 were on San Miguel Island. The teams were expected to trek the length of the island before the start of the 600-meter swim to control point 9. They navigated the 2 islands at night. It was well after daybreak by the time the first teams arrived at CP11 in Barangay Nisibis.
Haba ng nilakad namin. We started walking since 7:30 in the evening. And now it's already 10:31. Haba.
Sobrang init.
Pagkain, tubig, haba ng lakad.
Mahirap yung mga CPs, mahirap hanapin. Kaya pala doble ang premyo kasi doble rin ang triple o quadruple yata ang hirap.
Ay nako, wala na sa poise. It's challenging ngayon, sobra. Konti lang yung nilalakad pero sobrang init, sobrang taas.
CP11 on the eastern coast of Cagaray Island was the start of a paddling section that ends at control point 12, back on the Luzon mainland.
We were lucky that this year the local government and the Italian government, the Italian embassy decided to sponsor, to make I don't know how many boats, more or less standard size. Or anticipated problems would be baka ma-wash out sila going to the middle of the sea. You would expect waves to be big there on those areas also.
Fortunately for Team Merrill and Mulato Davao, no such problems were anticipated. They made quick business of the paddle section and were at Sula Port before 1 in the afternoon of day 2.
I am a cold loveless thing. Is there a sin more than sinning? I am a cold loveless thing. Am I a sin more than sinning? Those morning lips. Those morning lips. No more notes of joy. These eyes blinded by tears. No more notes of joy.
Back at CP11, Iligan Pride had just arrived.
Just a pinch of salt, you know? Does wonders, you know?
Some 20 minutes later, Carrera Habagat veteran Team Kalit Cebu could be spotted within the vicinity, tired and hungry.
Merong pagkain dyan sa loob? Ano ba? CP? Ano ba? Well.
Hoping to repeat their podium finishes in previous carreras, Team Kalit Cebu had to keep their game up in light of the fierce competition. At Sula Port, teams were handed out their second half of the racing maps, together with coordinates and clues that would take them through the rest of the race and onto the finish line. Plotting their way was a tougher task at this point, having been on the move for more than 24 hours straight, with hardly any sleep and real rest. Thankfully, their support crews were there to jump in on some of the action. For the support crew of the other teams, they still had a long way to wait.
Ito na exam para sa Team Conquer pa.
A random gear check was also conducted at CP12 to ensure that only official maps and equipment were being carried by the teams. Cell phones, which were allowed only for emergencies, were sealed and taped to ensure that teams did not make any illegal calls during the race. After changing into their cycling gear, Teams Merrill and Mulato Davao left the LP in quick succession. The second half of the race was to take them to CP13 at Mount Kabugay before heading north to CP14 at Bugsay Falls. There, a technical section awaited them.